Another way to make sure that your sentences are coherent is to keep the same verb tense throughout your sentence. Sometimes writers change their tenses to show a natural progression of time. For example, after I go to the bank, I will go to the store. With that sentence, it's okay to change verb tenses because you're showing something that's going to happen over time. When you're not showing a progression of time, it's very illogical for you to switch tenses. So when you do that, let's say when you are using a verb in the present tense and then you switch to the past tense, you're doing what's called a tense shift. And if you'll notice, that looks like the very first example. He walks outside and left the door open. The verb walks is present, but the verb left is in the past. So you can't have an inconsistent verb tense within a sentence, and you have to fix that, you have to decide which tense you want to stick with. If you want to stick with the present, you would change the sentence to say he walks outside and leaves the door open. But if you would like for your sentence to be in the past, you would change it to he walked outside and left the door open. This is a easier practice for you to do. You have to rewrite all 5 sentences to make sure the verbs are all in the same tense. I've given you an example. I have written, I offered him a chair and sit beside him. The 2 verbs are offered and sit. That should be your first rule to fix the sentence, is you find the verbs. So I know that offered is in the past and sit is in the present. So I have to decide which tense do I want my verbs in. If I want them in the present, I would write, I offer him a chair and sit beside him. But if I want them in the past, I would write, I offered him a chair and sat beside him. So steps to follow is read the sentence, find your 2 verbs, figure out which tense your verbs are in, then decide which tense you want to use consistently within the sentence.